No, Snooki. Calm down. See him? They're just like Jersey bitches. I swear to God, they fight like bitches. Shut up! I can't hold him. I can't hold him. No.
The dog should just gone, and that's it. Just get him out of my house.
Okay. Yeah.
All I'm asking you to do is feed the dogs, walk the dogs, and scoop. That's it.
Hello, darling.
Sam?
That's a nip. This wasn't a friendly nip.
Everybody says I'm in denial that the dogs bite me.
But they shouldn't do it. Never.
Who the hell did she think she is? We're not scheduled people. It got to the point where I just couldn't do it anymore. And I snapped.
This is your home. These are your dogs. Stop it.
I need to fly.
Unbelievable.
I'm Sherry. I live with my husband, Rob.
Don't be too long, because you know I hate staying with stupid dogs.
And my daughter, China. No.
Snooki, off the couch.
No. We have 2 dogs, Sammi and Snooki, 1-year-old hound mixes. Good girl, Snooki.
They are litter mates, but they have like a love-hate relationship.
During the course of the day, from peace, we go into murder. They're just like Jersey bitches. I swear to God, they fight like bitches.
Doesn't make any sense. The dog should just be gone, and that's it. Just get him out of my house.
I think they're more weapons of mass destruction because I estimated between $10,000 and $15,000 worth of damage.
No, Snooki. No, Snooki. I'm a human chew toy to them. My arms are covered in bruises.
If they bite me like that, they're out, gone. If they break the skin on me or my daughter, they're out. It makes me very upset that she's bruised by the dogs, but she lets these dogs do this. And if these dogs bit my child, or if they bit me, they're gonna be gone.
Walking the dogs is hell. All my neighbors laugh at me. I can't hold him. I can't hold him. Because I look like an idiot. No. I have virtually no help in the house. All I'm asking you to do is feed the dogs, walk the dogs, and scoop the. That's it. Nobody offers to help.
I ain't scooping the poop in this range, forget about it. But the dogs have definitely affected mine and Sherry's relationship. I could just sit here and have a headache from you yelling at me, breaking my balls about these freaking dogs. The fighting's gone from here to here.
So what, you have to deal with the dogs like a couple of times a week? Big deal.
We could just end this by getting rid of these dogs.
What do you care? I'm the one taking the.
My parents fight about them a lot. My dad wants to get rid of them, my mom wants to keep them, I want to keep them.
Wake up one day and these dogs are gonna be out of here. You know, who has to live like this? No one lives like this.
If I put them in a shelter, nobody will ever take them. So I don't know what to do.
They need to go.
Off the counter. When was the last time you got up in the morning and fed the dogs?
Whatever, it's like a broken freaking record now.
Can you remember?
No, I can't remember.
I can. Isn't that sad to say that I actually remember when the last time you fed the dogs was?
No, it's not the last time I fed the dogs. I fed the dogs...
In the morning.
In the oh, so it matters if I fed them in the morning or at night? Those are dogs are okay?
Hello. Hi. I don't want them to run out.
They won't. They won't run out.
Hello, darling.
Come on.
Hello.
I'm sorry.
When I stepped over the threshold into the doorway, oh goodness, the dogs were excited but also nervous. Who was this stranger that was coming into their home?
Victoria, I'm Sherry.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello,
Hello.
Rob.
Hi, good to meet you. Is this always the greeting that people get?
Well,
Hello,
pretty much.
darling.
It's usually a little worse, actually.
It actually could be.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, well, if somebody makes it to the door before we get there, if somebody comes in, my mom has gotten knocked over by the door.
Right. Oh, that was a little bit of a nip.
It was very embarrassing. You don't want, Victoria Stilwell to walk in your house and your dog takes a bite out of her arm. Quiet. Sam?
Oh, that's a nip. This wasn't a hello nip. This wasn't a friendly nip. You better keep her on the leash because they're getting ivory. This was a I'm a little concerned about you nip.
They redirect a lot once they get wild.
Here, Sam.
I see that. Goodness me, are they sisters?
Yes.
Yeah, they're a little...
I see. Okay. Yeah. Sherry and Rob had no control over their dogs whatsoever. Sammi started to really bite.
Normally it's Snooki who,
will attack. I don't want to say attack, because if I'm like maybe drawing her, taking her from outside or whatever, trying to put her harness on, she's the one who's always trying to get me. That was kind of new, actually, because she never bites strangers. We've never had that problem before.
Sherry claims that her dog's behavior isn't a big problem, but a nip from a big dog can turn into something much worse. So what's the problem then, apart from this?
I have tens of $15,000 worth of damage to my house. If you look at my yard, you look at the couches, you look at the rug that's gone, the rug that's tore up here, there's damage everywhere. Who lives like this? Problem is, if I'm home, now I'm a prisoner here, I can't do anything when I'm off. Someone always has to be here with the dogs, or we have to, you know, crate them upstairs in the room, and who knows what's gonna happen then.
I have a room upstairs that I keep them in. They've chewed the windowsills off. They climb onto each other to get to the windowsills. They've chewed the mini blinds. Whatever they do together.
We could just end this by getting rid of these dogs. Real simple solution, no dogs, no problems, no headaches. Much as I love the dogs, you know, I can let them go. I don't think, I'd be worried what's gonna happen to them, yeah, but I don't think I'll have a problem.
Okay. The dogs have obviously not received any kind of consistent training. There are no boundaries. The dogs are bored, they're pretty unstimulated, and they're taking out all their frustration on the furniture and each other.
We did push the carpet down, but they ripped it back. If you come, I don't know if I could actually do it.
They just started it
They just
here.
had the whole, it was back to here.
Oh my gosh, so they had a whole thing up here. Oh.
I wanted to take them for a
She
walk,
can't leave
but
them
it
for
was
more than a couple
raining.
minutes to cry or whatever, that's the problem.
No,
Yes.
it wasn't, Rob. They were just
I know they're stressed.
overly
I know they're-
stressed, and they needed to come out. Because of the dogs, we fight all the time. It seems like now it's all my fault. They were here for 3 minutes, and they tore that up. It was 3 minutes.
Well, it's 3 minutes, and then he's in a whole new rug now.
They're redirecting all of their frustration onto each other, and they're fighting. They're exactly like the dogs.
We had a brand new pool cover, $2,500. They tore about an 8 to 10 inch hole in this year, and that's gonna have to be patched or completely replaced. Plus, what, 2 pool pumps?
Yes,
How much
I
are pool
forgot
pumps,
about the
$300, $400
pool
each?
pumps. They're a couple $100.
Oh, and a couple hundred each. No big deal. The problem I have with my wife is this. She takes no from me, but these dogs steamroller. Whatever they do, it's not their fault. They don't know any better. It's freaking ridiculous.
Wanna go for a walk, Sam? Huh? Okay, come on.
From what I'm gathering, Sherry is carrying most of the burden for caring for these dogs, so I wanted to see how she handled them on a walk. Are they friendly with other dogs? You said they go to
They go to daycare and they're really friendly, but on the walks, they get really crazy.
Right.
Which is really scary, so I don't let them meet other dogs because they are so aggressive towards each other.
I see.
Come on, babies, let's go.
Oh, they've seen another dog across the way.
Already.
Oh,
And if they
I
see a
already.
squirrel, if they see a...
Can you hold them back? I don't want...
I
Can you
can.
hold them back?
I can.
Sherry claims that she has control over these dogs, but from what I'm seeing, she has no control over them whatsoever.
Good girl. Oh no, here comes another one. Hurry up, come on, let's go. Let's go. I have to laugh at myself because I know that I look foolish. Spinning around, dragging them. It must look ridiculous. Good girl.
The walk was really unpleasant.
It's okay. This is what I mean about the jumping
Right.
up and biting.
Sherry spends all of her time worrying that Snooki is going to lunge at another dog and then get so frustrated that she'll redirect on Sammi, and then there's going to be a huge fight. Have you ever walked them separately?
I have tried, and I am
And?
told to do that. They don't walk. One won't leave the house without the other. You know, I've tried, somebody will sit in the house with one of the dogs or whatever. That dog will cry at the door, waiting for this one who's now outside the door, waiting for that one. They don't like to be without each other.
When you raise 2 puppies in a household together and you don't do anything apart, those puppies become hyper attached. So when they do go apart from each other for whatever reason, they can't cope. These dogs are going to be a challenge. There's no doubt about it. So you think that Rob doesn't do enough with the dogs? You need more help?
Well, I could use the help. I also think that maybe he might bond with them a little bit more, you know, if he spent more time with them.
Okay.
Nobody offers to help. My husband is always working, and if he's not working, he's home sleeping because he's tired, so I really don't have any help.
Do you walk? Because I'm not getting the full picture. Do you walk or do you not?
Ask her. When do I walk?
He walks the dogs 3 days a week. That's it. I'm not saying that he never does it. I'm just saying that I do 90% of it.
Rob will always say that he walks the dogs as much as he possibly can. But when I'm walking the dogs 3 times a day, it seems like 3 times, in a week is like nothing to me. I need a break once in a while, more than like last Mother's Day to sleep in for an extra half an hour. Just give me a hand. Just wake up and say, I'm gonna feed the dogs. Why do I need to say, Rob, could you please do it? I'm always asking. I always have to ask. I don't have to ask. If I have to ask, I'm gonna do it myself.
She's not gonna tell me what to do, okay, and when to do it. She's not my mother. She's not my boss.
When you're home, just do it. Do it without me saying, could you please do it? I'm always asking somebody to please do something, and then I'm a nag.
Is she a nag?
I'm a nag. I'm a nag.
You're breaking my balls about that I'm gonna do anyway. What's the difference,
Eventually. See, I don't
eventually, listen, I'll do it when I feel like doing it. You're not telling me what to do.
I don't think we're going to be successful here at all if Rob and Sherry can't get on the same page and stop their bickering. Is she a nag?
I'm a nag. I'm a nag. I've asked Rob so many times about feeding the dog. I don't even know how I've put it anymore. You plead, you ask, you beg, you kiss up. What works at this point? I don't even know.
I hear the want, the Charlie Brown her always in my ear, but I still like to do things on my own terms.
Do you have to ask me to wash your clothes? No, I just do it. It's part of the thing that I do. Do I ever ask you to do laundry? No.
Listen, I get your point, but the reality is if I can't read minds either.
But you gotta offer. That's the whole
All right,
thing.
well, I'll offer more, but...
Offer.
I got it.
It's really irritating always to have to ask, because then she is a nag. But it's great when you offer. If anything is to succeed, everybody has to play their part. Because if all the family do it together, they can accomplish so much with their dogs. So somehow there's gotta be some kind of reconciliation work schedule, so that if you have a schedule and everyone knows what they're doing, then you don't have to nag.
We're not schedule kind of people, it's really hard to say, I'm gonna do this at this time, or I'm gonna do that at that time.
You know what? You get annoyed when the dogs redirect their negative behavior on each other. You're also redirecting negative behavior on each other. You don't see it, but you are. You're doing exactly what the dogs are doing. It's distressing for an outsider to see it.
Okay.
The way you speak to each other is really quite harsh.
I don't appreciate some English lady coming here and telling me how to live my life. I come from a pretty tough household, so.
Really?
Yeah.
You were raised like that, so.
Yeah, it was always fighting, yelling, screaming.
Okay. Everyone's behavior needs to change, not just the dogs. If I'm to make any progress here whatsoever, the arguing and bickering has to stop. Okay, you guys stand back and he gets real excited to see him. Oh, yes.
When my mother comes here, I feel so bad because I know she must cringe every time she opens that door and knows that she's just gonna get tackled by the dog.
I see. Oh, good grief. Oh, my goodness. Hello. Oh, my gosh. Hello.
Victoria, this is my mother, Valerie. Valerie, this is Victoria.
You get this each time you come.
Every time.
Should we go through his...
Oh, okay. See what I mean?
Poor Grandma has 2 rambunctious dogs jumping all over her. I'm surprised she wants to come over here at all. You get accosted when you come into this house.
Every time. It takes me a good 5 minutes or so to get into the house because by the time they can come and drag them off me, I can never get in here.
Have you ever been injured by them? Have you ever been really hurt by them?
Well, my hands really hurt when I leave, because of that constant mouthing.
This mouthing behavior is very dangerous. The more I hear about this constant mouthing, the more concerned I'm getting. China's 12 years old. These are big dogs and they can do a lot of damage. What would it do to you if these dogs left?
I love the dogs. I don't want to see them go.
I know you're getting a bit upset. Are you all right? But it's a reality that you are going to have to face if these dogs break skin. The most important thing in any household is to protect the child.
If the dogs ever bit China, Rob would definitely just take them straight to the pound. I don't even think they'd make it to the shelter.
China just goes over to the dog like this and the dog growls at her. And I told China, don't let your face close to the dog like that because I'm afraid that the dog will turn around and bite her or bite her in the face.
Has this happened before, China?
With the growling?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's what worries me. As soon as I came through that door, no impulse control with these dogs. No impulse control whatsoever. If you don't teach them as puppies, they get to be this big. They get to have very, very powerful mouths. And God forbid they get angry.
She has to respect the dogs a little
Yeah,
bit,
she's
too.
right, yeah. But if the dog bites her, I have a problem with that.
Rob's concerned, and Sherry doesn't seem to really take it seriously at all. Rob has said if the dogs draw blood on his daughter, for whatever reason, they're gone. And I have to say, I have to respect that.
She shouldn't have to deal with that. I don't know what the right answer is for that, but I'm not.
Well, here's
I'm
the
not
right
happy with
answer,
it.
China. Do you want a scar on your face for the rest of your life?
Not
Do
really.
you want a nose bitten off, lips bitten off, and ear bitten off? Do you want to lose your eye?
No.
Never, ever, ever put your face close to the dog's face. Never hug them. Never go and touch them when they're sleeping. Never touch them when they have food. Never touch them when they have a treat. Those are the rules now you have to follow.
I did not know that the growling got that serious. I just don't want them gone. I love them so much. They are my sisters.
Today, training is going to be stressful for the dogs, okay? There's nothing I can do about that. That's how you raised them, and I've got to undo a year of that. Walking is a nightmare for Sherry because she's got two uncontrollable dogs that are pulling her in different directions. If she's going to get any control at all, I need to separate these dogs and teach them how to walk well on the leash, one by one. We're going to take Sammi out on a walk. I'm going to take it with you, Sherry, and Rob and China, you're going to stay with Snooki in here, okay? Let's bring Sammi in here.
Sam, come on.
When we go out, I want you to shut the front door, Rob.
Okay.
Because I don't want her to see Sammi go out.
Okay.
Okay? These dogs have never been separated from each other. And this could go two ways. Either the dogs go nuts when they're left by themselves, or the dogs will appreciate a little bit of time and a little bit of space to themselves. I hope it's the latter. Walking the dogs has been a horrendous experience for this family.
I can't hold him. I can't hold him. No, no, no.
Sammi and Snooki can't learn being walked together, so they have to be walked apart. Let's bring Sammi in here. This means that both Sherry and Rob have to do their part. But I don't want her to see Sammi go out.
Okay.
Okay? Have you taught her not to pull?
I don't really
Walk
know.
in the other direction then.
Come on,
when
Sam.
she pulls, you walk in the other direction. First sign of a pull. She pulling you? Let's go.
Let's
now,
go,
we're
Sam.
going to give her a cue word. Before you turn around, say let's go. Don't just turn and drag the dog. Give her a cue word to say, I'm going to be turning now, so that she knows.
Okay.
If your dog pulls and you allow that dog to go forward, you're reinforcing the pulling.
Let's go.
Good. Good.
Good girl.
So don't do it. Walk in the other direction. And that's the let's go technique. I want you to do it again and again and again until she's focused on you.
Come on, it's okay. Mommy's gone. Come on, it's okay. She's gone. Come on, Snook. Snooki freaked out a little bit, and then she calmed right down. She was okay. She'll be all right. Come on. Come on.
Sam, Sam, come on, let's go.
Nice. That
Good
was
girl.
beautiful. She was listening to you. Nice. Now,
girl.
isn't that wonderful you're not using that leash?
No, yes.
She's following you with her body. Good. She's feeling you now.
Good
Nice.
girl. For the first time in a long time when I walked the dog, it was very enjoyable.
Tell me, how does Snooki do?
Oh, she did awesome. Like the first couple minutes, she freaked out a little bit. She was panting, and then she calmed down right down. She laid down, she relaxed. She took a nap for a couple minutes. She was good. I was surprised.
For so long, Sherry has been dragged around the neighborhood by her dogs because she's so terrified of separating them. This was successful. Now she sees that actually, by separating Snooki and Sammi, both dogs will learn to walk well on the leash much faster, plus they'll be able to cope when the other one's not there. Let's take Snooki out now.
Snooki's a tougher one to walk, It's tough, I'm busy, I'm very impatient. I got to do, and it's hard.
We're gonna walk up here. If she starts to pull you, I want you just to turn around. Do not pull her, but go like this with your body and say, let's go. Turn off in the other direction, okay? Let's do it.
Let's go.
Nice, good. Well, you're giving her a workout. That's what this dog needs.
Nessie's not letting me in front of her.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nice, good.
Snooki's better behaved, I think, because Sam wasn't with us.
Good.
Good girl. That was good.
I love that. It's almost like you're in the show ring now.
Let's go.
Rob is getting the hang of the training, but I'm not sure he understands the impact of his behavior on his family or on the dogs. It's not a great environment, obviously, for your child to have you arguing all the time. It's also not a great environment, I totally understand, with the dogs just tearing up your house. But you either go with it or you don't. So I want you to give it your all.
You got it.
I know you work hard, but when you come back from a day's work, it's also really great just to go out for half an hour exercise.
Sure.
You're not yes-mamming me, are you?
Listen, if someone's, I'm taking direction. She's the professional, so she's telling me. I'm just saying yes. You know, if yes is yes, okay? I don't have to give an explanation why and all this and that. I got it. I'm clear.
You're not yes-mamming me, just.
No, I enjoy walking the dogs.
Okay.
I don't mind it at all.
Okay.
When I come home, plus it's good exercise for me too. So.
Good, because you'll be doing it every day. All right, let's go back. Now, power, power. Go, go. That's it. Beautiful.
Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
Good. I was surprised at how well Rob did. He gave feedback at the right time. He turned at the right time.
Let's go.
Once he got it, Snooki began to focus on him rather than everything else. Now I hope that Rob just keeps his word and continues to do his part, because if he doesn't, things are going to go right back to square one. Beautiful. Let him outside.
Wanna go outside?
So they can play outside.
Wanna go out?
Saw her jump up at her. So Snooki, how she just jumped up at her?
That's why a lot of times I won't turn around, because I've gotten some pretty good ones. But it wasn't out of anger, right?
No,
it was
no,
out
no,
of
no,
excitement.
no. It's out of excitement.
And that's what everybody says I'm in denial that the dogs bite me.
Yeah, but they shouldn't do it.
You're right. I totally get it.
Sherry keeps saying she knows, she knows, she knows, she knows, but if she knew, why am I needed here? If I'm a kid and a dog has its mouth over my arm, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna try and pull it away. What's Sammi gonna do? Either she's gonna think this is a great game and just press harder, or she's gonna get frustrated and get irritated. And then that could spiral into anger. You've seen how overly aroused she gets. Dogs that are orally fixated, that use their mouths when they're excited, when they're playing, will also use their mouths in anger. You're in denial about how serious it could potentially be.
I don't want this. Believe me, I don't want to look like this. I'm just saying that I'm not in denial. I get the way they are.
I hope so.
Who the hell does she think she is? Listen, bitch, you don't know what you're talking about. That's why you're here.
I know.
Everybody says I'm in denial, that the dogs that they're vicious.
Call it being in denial, calling it not taking it seriously, call it whatever you will. Your dogs are mouthing, they mouth hard, they hurt, and it's got to stop.
I've never gotten bitten out of anger.
No, but
never.
Well,
But that doesn't make
I
it
don't
okay.
think it's right. I'm not in denial. I get the way they are.
maybe denial is the wrong word. Excusing that behavior.
Who the hell does she think she is? This is the way I am, and you know, you like me or you don't.
They have very sharp teeth.
But I can't even call it a bite. You know, it's just grabbing me.
Look.
I know. I get it. My dogs are pains in the asses. You're right.
So no, that is not good. That is not good. I don't know if I'm really getting through to Sherry about the seriousness of her dog's mouthing. But if China got hurt, there is no second time. They're gone.
I totally get it serious. I get that.
Okay? These dogs are really orally fixated. They chew a lot when they're anxious. They jump up and mouth when they want attention. With an orally fixated dog, it's hard to get them to stop using their mouths so much. I want to work with you a little bit more on impulse control. Obviously, these dogs don't have a lot. The leave it technique is about teaching a dog some impulse control. What I'm gonna do is put a treat in front of Sammy's mouth. And what I'm waiting for is a moment of hesitation of her to pull her head back. Good. I'm not going to say anything to her at the moment. Good, wait a second. Don't want you to do your paw. Good. I want her to do the action first before I give her the word. Good. Leave it. Good girl. See how she's pulling her head back? Very smart dogs. Now I'm going to actually show her the treat as well as having her smell it. Good girl. And that is impulse control. Leave it. Good girl. Now, because she's doing so well, I'm going to put this on the table. See if she can leave it. This is really hard for this dog, but she's done it in about 2 minutes. Leave it. Good girl.
I love to watch my dogs learn because they are so smart.
I'd like you to do this with her, okay?
Okay.
Stay.
Sammi, Sammi, come here. Sit. Good girl.
You can actually tell her to leave it now.
Leave it. Good girl.
I started the leave it technique with Sammi because she's a little bit more impulsive. Okay, China, take over. Once they've learned the technique with Sammi, they can use this technique to train Snooki. Go with the open hand.
Leave it. Good girl.
Nice.
Leave it. Good girl.
Good. China was really amazing with the leave it technique. She has such a beautiful way with dogs, and I was really impressed to see her timing. Everything she did was perfect, and she's only 12. How does it feel when you're actually communicating with your dogs and they're listening to you?
It feels good that they can actually listen to me instead of just walking away when I'm trying to do something.
You know, with that quality that you have, that sort of gentleness, yet kind of directness, it's very powerful.
I was surprised that Sammi did so well because usually she would lose focus quickly, but I guess that since we're feeding her something high value, she got used to it a little faster.
Okay, so I think that's awesome. Well done. I'm definitely seeing some progress with Sammi, but I want to check in with Rob and Sherry to see how their schedule's coming along. What's the deal with the schedule? Have you been able to come up with some kind of physical schedule about when you're going to be able to walk the dogs?
You want me to do it?
Well, no, I will. We're not scheduled people. We have on a week off, you know, he may want to sleep a little bit later, even me. So, like, we decided that we're just going to try to do as much. It's never going to be 50-50 because Rob works.
So you're not scheduled people. Why are you smiling? This is your home, this is your these are your dogs. You know when your dogs are hungry, you know when your dogs need to go out for a walk. Stop it. You're adults, sit down, sort it out. Get a schedule. If there's a schedule, there's no argument.
But, you know, it is my responsibility. This is my job here. Why do we need to write it down? Why does it need to be a contract? To me, it doesn't make any sense. It got to the point where I just couldn't do it anymore. And I snapped. I need to
Okay, I was shocked when Sherry walked out on me. I'm here to work with the dogs and the family. But if they're not willing to work with me, why am I here? Wow, unbelievable, unbelievable. What's the deal with the schedule?
We're not scheduled people.
This is your home, these are your dogs. You know when your dogs are hungry, you know when your dogs need to go out for a walk. Stop it.
I need to.
I can. You want me to talk more about this?
No,
And it got to the point where I just couldn't do it anymore. And I snapped.
You know, it's just been tough. The whole process has just been
Really?
obviously
You
really stressed. I've never seen my wife distressed before.
When I spend time with a family and there's such a problem with the dogs and we address so many issues, that can be stressful sometimes for people. There's definitely when people come into your home, yeah, it's a huge intrusion. And of course it does put a certain amount of stress.
Hi, Victoria. I'm Sherry. Nice to meet you. I'm glad to have you in my home. I'm not stupid. I do see what she sees. And she, being an outsider, sees things that we don't. So I have to, you know, give her some credit for that.
Well, the reality for me is, I can't speak for her. The reality for me is we trusted the process so far. You know, we trust you, you know, we know your reputation. The dogs are getting progressively better, hopefully. And that's all we can hope for, you know?
So you're not scheduled people? Are you going to be able to come to some kind of compromise with regards to the schedule?
As long as I know that if he can just help me once or twice a week, I'm good with that.
Yeah, okay.
I'll help before I go to work, and I don't think we'll have any problems anymore.
I don't want you to sacrifice. I just want you to do it, you know, when we have the time, that's all.
I was very concerned when I saw your poor mother coming through that front door.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. Okay. Ow, ouch.
I don't want other people coming into this house and getting jumped on, mouthed, or nipped by these dogs. It is unacceptable. Well, I have Grandma outside, and she's gonna ring the doorbell. And obviously, we're creatures of habit too. When we hear the doorbell go, we get up and go answer it because we want to know who's outside.
Right.
When that doorbell rings, you're going to do absolutely nothing. So you change the picture. And then I'm going to take you through what to do. And it's going to be putting the dogs outside and then letting them come and greet the person one by one. The way the family reacts to the dog's behavior can sometimes make their dogs more excited. So if I can create more calm in this household, I think the dogs will calm down too. Now we wait. I want them to think about coming in here. And when they do, I just want you to calmly get the leash, put it on them, and take them outside. All right? One of them will eventually come back in here.
Here we go.
Get
Good
Snooki on the
girl,
leash.
Snooki. Good
Tell her
girl,
good.
Snooki. Good girl.
Okay,
Come
go
here.
get her on the leash.
Good
Tell her
girl.
good girl.
I've never tried to really put them away because my dogs freak out so much. Let's go. And then by the time I let them out of the room, they're so stressed that they jump even more.
Now, Rob, you're gonna go and let your
Go
mother-in-law
grandma
in.
in now.
Oh, how lovely. She can enter without being attacked. Welcome. Enter into the home
Hello.
without getting completely attacked by dogs.
I can't believe it.
Isn't this better?
Oh, much. It was good to come into the door, into the house, and not be pounced on and bit and knocked over.
You're going to bring her up to greet your mom, and as she does, your mom's gonna tell her to sit. Now.
Sammy, sit. Sit.
Yeah, there you go.
Good girl.
Okay, give her a treat.
Good girl.
Okay, lovely. Okay, you take her over there. Take
Sam,
Sammi
let's
over
go.
there.
Let's go.
Let's bring Snooki in. Now, if she jumps, move her away. There you go. Let her go up again. And if you can say the SIT word. Now.
Sit. Sit.
Good.
Good girl.
Good.
The techniques with Grandma with the doorbell training was perfect, you know. It's definitely a way to bring someone in the house, keep the dogs relaxed, keep people coming in relaxed so they don't have to worry about the dogs jumping on them. And it just, you know, all around worked out good.
That was wonderful. Very good. Good girl.
For the past year, Sherry and Rob really haven't been able to go out as a family because they're frightened what the dogs are going to do in the household when they're not there. Plus, all the destruction is one of the reasons why Rob wants to give his dogs up. So I think I have the solution. I've got you a fabulous CD.
Okay.
The good thing about this is that it's psychoacoustic music. And we'll see how it goes. Increased exercise and music that is especially designed to help dogs calm down will hopefully allow Snooki and Sammi to relax when their family leave. It's really important that we see what the dogs are like when you go out. Now, the dogs get pretty stressed out, and I wanted to see what they would do if the family just left, and if they left the dogs in the body of the house. There is always a chance that they chew, but if you give them a lot of outlets, you give them a lot of exercise, you put the music on, hopefully they'll get to the point where they can just settle. I want to see what it's like if Rob and China go first, you and I'll follow. You guys get in the car and go. I'm gonna go hide so they can't hear me, see me, sense me, and I want to see what they do. This technique is a little risky because I have no idea Are the dogs going to be destructive when they're left alone in the home together? Rob and China, you can leave now.
Okay.
And then you go with me. Girls, stay. Go out for a drive and I'll see you later.
Be good. I'll be right back.
Leaving the dogs in the house was a big stretch for me because I was afraid, maybe they'll tear up the couch. I'm not okay with the fact that everything's already tore up. How much worse can it get? It can get worse.
Rob and China, you can leave now.
Okay.
And then you go with me. Rob and Sherry have been held captive for so long in their home. They haven't been able to go out without fear that their dogs are going to destroy everything. But with a few management techniques and calming music, I hope they can go and not come back to a huge mess. They're not anxious, they're not stressed, they're not pacing, they're not chewing, they're not doing anything, they're just hanging out.
Whenever I leave the dogs alone, I always wonder what is going to be shredded by the time I get back. So it's hard. I'm sure that they freaked out a little bit because they always do.
I want you to walk back in the house. Don't give them a lot of fuss, the dogs. They're gonna be very excited, but just keep walking. Sit in the sitting room, in the kitchen, whatever, or let the dogs out, okay? But they did really well. Okay, go. Excited to see them, but walk in, no big deal. Totally unemotional. Good.
I definitely thought that the dog beds at least would be shredded. And when we got back, there wasn't any destruction at all. It was amazing.
I really hope that they keep reinforcing this behavior when I leave, because if they do, they're gonna just see continued success. If they don't, it's gonna go right back to what it was like before. So I wanted to give you these, my favorite chocolate. Training is intense and can be stressful, so I wanted Rob and Sherry to relax, take a break, and have a Kit Kat.
It's nice to relax just a little bit, It's not as stressful. We're not really so worried about the dogs now.
That's what you need to do, is just relax more, take a break, and you need to do that.
Maybe she'll be able to relax a little more like this.
Mm-hmm, not too bad.
So, I know we haven't always seen eye to eye on stuff, and I know that maybe I've addressed some issues that are difficult. It's been touch and go with Rob and Sherry over the past few days. They've been a little less than enthusiastic about some of my techniques, but I really hope we can depart as friends. What do you see in your dog's behavior that's changed over the last couple of days?
Look at them. They're calm. We're sitting here having a normal conversation and there's not mass chaos. We learned a lot. I have to say, every single thing that you taught us worked.
It's amazing what she was able to do in just that short amount of time.
Rob, from your point of view, when I came into this house, I saw you as, I'm done, I'm fed up with this is it. Dogs do anything else wrong, I just want to see them go. Where are you now?
Well, the process has been a little rough, a little stressful, but the good thing is now we're all on the same page. I recommitted to China and to Sherry that, we're not gonna get rid of the dogs. As long as nobody gets bit or anything like that, I'm gonna help and I'm gonna assist, to train them. And I'm re-engaging in training. It's actually seems like it's a little more fun. We know what to do now, so, I think it'll be fun. I'm not necessarily proud of what's happened, what's transpired throughout the process, but I'm definitely proud of what's happened here.
You've done a lot of groundwork, you've done a lot of foundation work. Just build on it. That's all, build on it.
We will.
If the family continue with training the dogs, exercising them, giving them mental stimulation, dogs aren't gonna chew. What I'm worried about is if they slip, because once the family take a step back, those dogs are gonna go right back to what they did.
Good girls. Get them, Sam. biggest success since Victoria left is probably that just the stress level is a lot less in the house, a lot lower. Come on, girls. The reality about the schedule is we came into an agreement. It's not on a board, it's not on a calendar, but on my days I'm going to work, I'm gonna help. Team effort, total team effort. Wanna cut these up for me?
Sure. Rob and China have been helping me as much as they can.
I'm enjoying myself over here doing nothing, watching you two.
Well, hey, enjoy it.
Rob is, walking the dogs.
Let's go. Come on.
He'll even scoop some poop, and I don't even have to ask.
Let's go. Sam, let's go. Good girl.
I think probably one of the most positive things is the walking. They don't pull me down the street.
I can't hold them. I can't hold them.
I don't have to, be so ashamed walking my dogs all the time.
Thanks for watching. If you love It's Me or the Dog and want more dog training tips and tricks, visit my official site, positively.com. And if you're interested in learning more about becoming a dog trainer, check out the Victoria Stilwell Academy. Links to both sites are in the description. I'll see you online.